In today's wrap-up, Sambat Gogyan leaves position as head of the Higher Academic Qualification Committee of Armenia. MyStep ruling party member resigned from parliament. Pashinyan warns Baku to stop spreading misinformation. Almost 400 new cases of COVID-19. Sambat Gogyan, chairman of Armenia's Higher Qualification Committee, which awards academic degrees and provides scientists with qualification standards to protect the system, was released on September 24. Gogyan accuses the Ministry of Education, under which his committee resides, of not paying attention to plagiarism in academics. Gogyan submitted his resignation to the Prime Minister on May 14, but it was not accepted by the government, until a few days ago when the government finally decided to relieve him. His resignation is related to his accusation that the acting rector of the Armenian State University of Economics, Dania Galoyan, plagiarized her dissertations. It is widely believed that Rector Galoyan has close ties to Deputy Minister of Education Tamarazian, who also was dismissed from his position. A day earlier, Gogyan spoke to CivilNet. On his Facebook page, he wrote that the reason for his resignation was the fact that many academics who committed plagiarism remain unpunished, and the Ministry of Education is fully aware of the situation. Gogyan added that he wanted to hasten the standards of universities and improve the educational system, but none of the suggestions he submitted was taken into account by the ministry. Gayane Abrahamian, member of MyStep ruling party, has resigned from parliament. It is extremely important to be in harmony with my principles and values when making important decisions for the future of our state and people, she wrote on her Facebook page. Abrahamian came to parliament from the NGO sector. She was also a journalist. Gayane Abrahamian is the second deputy of the ruling MyStep faction who has recently resigned. Earlier, Arsen Julfalakian, world champion of Greco-Roman wrestling, laid down his mandate due to disagreements with the Minister of Education, Science, Culture and Sport, Araik Harutyunyan. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan reacted to news spreading from Baku that Armenia is aborting peace talks. Pashinyan notes that his government's discourse is still oriented towards a peaceful discussion and solution to the conflict. We agree that a lasting peace must be established in the region, and that is why we are proposing a solution. This is the personal responsibility of the leaders of Azerbaijan, Armenia, Artsakh. We must work hard to find a solution that will be acceptable to the people of Armenia, the people of Artsakh, and the people of Azerbaijan, said Pashinyan. Pashinyan continued that Azerbaijan is not willing to take this path. He warned Baku to stop spreading fake news. The Azerbaijani media, government, and the military political leadership have introduced a new component in the propaganda campaign, the so-called disclosure of confidential information. I advise my Azerbaijani colleagues not to go that way, because if we enter that field, we start spreading confidential information. I am afraid it will desperately destabilize the internal political situation in Azerbaijan, so I advise you to return to the constructive field, not to go the wrong way, warned Pashinyan. As of September 24, 392 new cases of coronavirus were confirmed in Armenia. 135 people recovered, 2 people died. About 10% of the tests are positive. According to the Ministry of Health, the patients who died were a 73-year-old and an 84-year-old males with both chronic diseases. The total number of confirmed cases in the country is 48,643, of which 43,401 recovered. In CivilNet Special, Armenian storks are dying because of pollution. In a number of villages in the Ararat Valley, storks have been poisoned because their environment has been polluted by human activities. The studies of the Nature Protection Subsoil Inspectorate, which have been going on for almost a month, have shown that the cause of the pollution is the landfill in Masid city. Last year, it was announced that the source of pollution was fish farms. Armen Arabian from the inspection body presents details.